Hello students, my name is Christopher Nicholson. I'll be your instructor for this course. This is my 6th semester full-time at Pellissippi. I taught 1 semester before that as adjunct, so 7 total I guess. This course that I'm teaching right now, it was the first course I ever taught here, so there's that. I've been teaching computer science at different colleges for over a decade, maybe even longer. My academic background, I have a BA in French and religious studies minor at UT, from UT, a BS in computer science from UT, and MS in computer science from Georgia Tech. This course is CITC 1310, Programming 1 for spring 2022. So it's a course that has a lab course. It's asynchronous online. We're teaching this a little bit different, the delivery from the past, so I wanted to kind of make that clear too. I don't usually show my face in these videos, but this is the first day, so I like to hey, this is what I look like. I'm your teacher, and and then we can forget about it, right? I'll put myself in the corner for the rest of this video, but then you probably won't see me anymore unless you see me in person somehow. Anyway, so this is the main page for this course. This part right here might change a little bit. We're still recovering from the incident. But the main thing to see is that where it says with CITC, I usually just in the past ignored that Brightspace course, but now I'm not. So you should be enrolled in 2 Brightspace courses for this overall course. There's a lab section as well. And Brightspace is really slow today because we're all probably doing last minute preparation for the semester, right? But so bear with me here. I might pause sometimes if it takes too long. Anyway, so do be sure you're also enrolled in this course. I think that's the right one, right? Programming 1 lab. All the labs will be in this course, so you will actually be logging into this Brightspace course to do just your labs. So I think I've got it already set up. Some of these labs I might modify and stuff as the semester progresses, but they're all pretty much there already. So you'll notice there'll be 8 labs this semester, if I remember right. Is that right? Yeah, 8. So just for your labs, in the lab section of the course, you'll come here to this particular Brightspace section to do your labs. So if you'll notice, here's the first lab, all the different things that you need to do for the first lab or in that one module. You can see it begins today. If you're reading this on the first day of class, watching this on the first day of class, you should see it says January 18th. So that's the lab part of the Brightspace, and it's separate from the main lecture part, which is 1310. Okay, pause. Okay, so this is the main page for the Brightspace lecture component of the course. You'll notice it has some information about me here. This number's not the greatest way to contact me. The best way is using this email address from your Pellissippi email address, so I know it's you as a student and not somebody as an imposter of you, right? So if you have any questions at all, use that email address. I check my email usually a couple times a day at least during the week, so Monday through Friday. And I'll probably get back to you pretty quickly, but at least give me 24 hours just in case something comes up. And on the weekend, give me till Monday. More often than not, I'll probably get you back to you before Monday, but maybe I'll have something planned for the weekend, so I might not be able to get back to you right away. So that's the best way. Number 1, don't use Brightspace messaging, please, because I'll eventually get it, but it makes it a lot harder for me to do the turnaround time to get back to you. I have more hurdles to cross. Brightspace messaging is not the best. So you'll get an announcement to watch this video. I think I'll say, actually what it will say is start here, and then the start here checklist will have this video to watch in it. So again, this is a asynchronous online class, so the way that works, and this may be new for some of you because some of you may be new students because it's an earlier class. Asynchronous means not the same time, and online means online, right? So what that means is that there will be no synchronous component. There will be no together in time component, whether that's digital or virtual or on campus in real life. So we will not meet as a class all together at one appointed time. We don't have class meeting times. The way it works instead is you have weekly or maybe bi-weekly modules or components of assignments to do. You'll have a due date, so you'll have the material be released. You go through the material and complete your assignments and then turn them in before the due date. The due dates typically are going to be Mondays for me. That's how I do it. Monday morning at midnight, not noon. At midnight, the new material opens, and then for that day, you have an overlap with your old material until it's due at 11:59 on that Monday. So the previous week is usually overlaps one day with the next week, so you can get started on the next week if you're already done, or you can get some last minute questions answered if you're not done yet before you have to submit it before the deadline. That's how I do things. Okay, so the textbook for the class is, I think I have a picture of it here maybe. I hope so. Let's see, is it under course resources? If I don't, I probably should add it. So here's the textbook. If you have this textbook and you have the you download and install the correct software and stuff for the class, then you have everything you need. And you have access to Brightspace as well. All right, so if you look, the way I do things in the class is if I use checklists. So you'll notice you'll have a start here checklist somewhere. I might not have made it yet. But the start here checklist will tell you all the things you need to go through. And then you'll have a checklist for each module. See how you have this module 1 checklist, and I'll just show you what they look like. As long as you do everything on the checklist, you've done everything you need to do for the week. So if it's not on the checklist, you're not responsible for it. The checklist will have a combination of things you turn in as assignments and things that you just need to do, like read the chapter, that kind of thing. Take a quiz, watch some videos maybe. I'll usually have slides in here for you to review. Some of these things are kind of optional, right? You can blow them off if you want, but if it's required, it will be in a checklist. So one of the first things to do is post in the general discussion. What I think I'll do is I'll make a start here that points you to this checklist. So I think everything's in here. So the first week of school is the quickest deadline. It's the one exception, right? I need to report to my higher ups within probably before Friday this week who all shown up for the semester. And the way I determine that is keep in mind that there's like a 14-day participation requirement. If you go 14 days without doing anything in a course, I have to report that, and you may get dropped from the course. Depends on what they decide to do about it. But what does that mean? Simply logging in to either the Brightspace, the lab, or this one is not enough. You have to do something. So do something would mean take a quiz, take an exam, turn in a lab. Just submit the lab. Post a discussion post if there's a forum to post something in for that week. That sort of thing. You actually have to do something. So in the first week of class, we see who shows up for the semester versus the no-shows by having you do something. And what I have you do is post in the discussion forum. So I'm just going to show you how to do that real quick. If you click on general discussion, you'll see there's this description about what you need to do. It kind of tells you what I just told you. What the easiest thing to do is just copy and paste this. Now, you can leave items out if you want. You don't have to answer all those. It may be your name. But what I do is I copy all this, click on introductions, and then start a new thread, and paste in what I copied. Then put your name as the subject of the thread. And I'll pin this, so it's an example at the top. You don't have to pin it. I don't think you can actually. But so what I try to do is I try to respond to everybody who posts. I welcome you to the class. If you want to, you see something that another student posts that you think's interesting, you want to comment on, you're free to do that. Just be courteous. But it's not required. The only thing that's required is that you post your introduction. And if you do that, you'll be counted present for the semester. So make sure you do that as soon as possible. So some other things I probably need to discuss. The syllabus. Let's review the syllabus. So that's going to be under class resources. I might not have a supplement. We'll see. So luckily we were able to save our syllabi in our department. I don't know if every department was that lucky, but it has the information about the book, right? You need to have Windows is the only supported operating system. That doesn't mean you only have to use Windows. It's possible because it's Java. Java's hallmark. One of the big things about Java that you'll learn about through the class is it's supposed to be a multi-platform kind of thing, and it makes that kind of thing easier. So you should probably be able to do these assignments and stuff if you have a Linux OS or a Mac OS. I might be able to help. Officially, I don't support that. So if you can't get it to work, you might be out of luck. Windows is the only thing that we support. But in reality, I've done it, and I haven't really used Macs a lot my whole life, but I've used Linux a lot, so I'll probably be able to help you there, but we'll see. But just to be safe, make sure you have the things that are required on the syllabus. So that would be a Windows box, right? All right. So your grade will be 40% exams and stuff, and then 40% laboratory stuff, and then 20% other. So you'll have labs in the lecture part, and you'll have a lab section grade. That's what I've been told. That's how we're doing it this semester. So if anything there changes, I'll let you know. But the long and short of it is you need to do everything in both the lab section and the regular section. Make sure you do everything that's on a checklist. And again, the base will be the lecture, 1310. That checklist will tell you what you need to do for both. But you do need to log into the other section to do the lab stuff. So there's going to be 2 labs, kind of. It's weird, I know. So if you have any questions about that, I'll clarify for you if you send me an email. As far as that goes, email, announcements, that's what I want to say. I make announcements whenever there's anything important, like postponing a due date, clarifying a direction in one of your labs or something like that. I'll make an announcement. So I recommend that you read announcements, log into your Brightspace, into 1310 at least, every day, and check to see if there's been any announcements. I think if you set it up right, it'll also send you an email if I make an announcement, or if you use the Pulse app, you'll get it. But check those announcements when I make them, because they have important. I try not to just post announcements just to do it. I try to do it if it's for stuff you really need to know. So make sure you keep on top of that by checking your email and your announcements like once a day. If you miss a day every now and then, you'll probably be fine. But I try to shoot for checking in on the class once a day. Office hours will be announced when they're ready. It's a couple weeks. I'll let you know. But you'll see it has this Meet Your Instructor here. There'll be a way that tells you how to do office hours if you need them on this sidebar. So people always forget where this is. It's on I think you skip past the first page maybe when you log into the class. Like you have it set up to where you don't always go to the first page. But on the main first page of the class, on the sidebar, you can see office hours when they've been set up. I give lots of video lectures and videos that help you with the labs and stuff, and sometimes I give you lab startup code and stuff, so make sure you watch all the videos, because they really will help a lot. I make the videos, and I'm like, if I make this video, I'll tell them kind of how to do it. So you don't want to, sometimes they're kind of long, sometimes they're rambly, but they have everything you need. It'll take longer to figure it out on your own without watching the video. So watch the videos. Unless you just know this stuff already. That's always possible. Sometimes my students have previous experience with coding, so that's fine. One other thing, audio feedback. I give a lot of audio feedback. Well, maybe not every assignment, but often I'll give audio feedback. It'll make a little recording in Brightspace, so be prepared to maybe listen to that. I think it's more personal, and it's sometimes easier to describe things that either you did well or did need clarification, errors mistakes you need to correct or whatever. It's easier to describe them in orally sometimes. So depends on the nature of the assignment, which feedback it give you. It might give you a combo, might give you one or the other, but you'll get some audio feedback this semester. Anything I missed? looking over my notes here. I don't see anything. Just make sure you remember the 14-day rule. And the first thing I want you to do, like right after you watch this video, is go post in the introduction form. Say, hey, this is me. This is what I do, whatever. And that way I can count you present for the semester. I hope you have a good semester. Thanks.